Today, we're looking at something that honestly feels like it's pulled straight from a sci-fi movie. We're talking about the power to create entire interactive worlds just by describing them. I mean, just think about it for a second. What if you could direct a video game or a simulation, not with a controller, not with a complicated editor, but just by typing? You think it, you type it, and it appears. This is the incredible promise we're talking about today, and it's getting closer and closer to reality. For any creator out there, this is the ultimate dream, right? An infinite canvas that just reacts to your imagination in real time. But as you can probably guess, turning that dream into a working reality is, well, it's packed with some pretty huge technical challenges. So here's the real trick. Right now, most AI video models can do maybe one or two of these things well. You might get gorgeous high-res graphics, but they take forever to generate. Or you get real-time interaction, but it looks super low-res and blocky. To get that truly immersive feeling, you need all four of these things firing on all cylinders, all at the same time. And that's exactly where this new framework called Yawn comes into the picture. It's a foundational system that was specifically designed by a team at Tencent to tackle these exact hurdles we've just been talking about. So what is Yawn? At its heart, it's an entire end-to-end system. It's not just another video generator. Think of it more like a world simulator and a content creator all rolled into one. It's built to handle the whole shebang, from the basic physics of the world to how it all looks and feels. And a quick look at this chart really shows you the kind of performance leap we're dealing with. Yeah, previous models were definitely impressive, but they often had to compromise on resolution or frame rate. Yawn Simulation Engine, which they call YawnSim, hits that modern gaming gold standard, 1080p at a buttery smooth 60 frames per second with almost no lag. This really isn't just a small step up, it's a whole new benchmark for this kind of tech. So the big question is, how does it actually do all this? Well, the whole system is built on what they call three distinct, really powerful pillars that all work together. The first pillar is that engine we just mentioned, YawnSim, the simulator. The best way to think about this is like the physics and graphics engine in a big budget video game. It builds the solid foundation for the world, making sure everything behaves realistically and that the whole experience just runs smoothly at that high-fidelity 1080p 60 FPS standard. Okay, next up is Yanzhen, the artist. So if the simulator builds the structure, the bones of the world, the artist is the one who comes in and paints the canvas. It breathes all the life and style into that world based on what you want, whether you just type a simple description or give it a reference picture. And it can even fuse ideas together, mixing and matching styles to create something totally new. And this third pillar, this is the one that really feels revolutionary. It's called Yan Edit, the director. This is what gives you the power to change the world's structure and its artistic style just using simple text commands. And the key part is, you're not in some separate editing program, you're doing it live while you are actively inside the world. This whole on-the-fly editing thing is really what makes Yawn stand out. So let's look at a couple of quick examples from the research paper to see how this actually works. We'll start with changing the very structure of the world itself. So imagine you're in a scene and you decide you need a door. You don't have to pause, go into a menu, find a door asset. No. You just type a simple command, something like, generate wooden door. Okay, so here's the before shot from the paper. You've got a simple scene with a single object in it, in this case, a rotating platform. Pretty basic. But now, let's change it. And bam! Just like that, the platform is gone, and in its place is a wooden door. The world itself was actually modified in real time, all from that one simple text prompt. That is live structural editing. Okay, but what if you like the objects? You just want to change the whole vibe of the scene. That's where style editing comes in. So here, the prompt isn't about objects. It's purely aesthetic, describing colors, materials, the lighting. So the scene starts out with this really distinct artistic style. The paper calls it a bamboo and watercolor look. It's very soft, very organic. And now, with that new prompt, the scene is completely transformed. The structure, the objects, they're all exactly the same, but the visual style has been totally reskinned into this futuristic sci-fi world. It just goes to show how Yawn can separate a world's mechanics from its looks, which gives creators this incredible flexibility. So what does this all mean for you, as someone who might want to use this someday? Yawn isn't just a cool tech demo. It's really establishing a whole new set of principles for what we should start expecting from our creative tools in the future. It basically gives us a new creative checklist.
We should expect real-time, high-fidelity performance. We should be able to create using both our words and with images. We should have the power to edit things live, both the structure and the style. And we should be able to mash up different ideas together without any limits.
Now, it's really important to be clear here. This tech is still very much evolving. The researchers themselves are super transparent about the limitations. For instance, keeping the world looking consistent over really long sessions is still a big challenge. You definitely need some serious GPU horsepower to make this run in real time. The number of things you can do is still tied to what it was trained on. And, while typing is powerful, we'll probably want even more intuitive ways to control things down the road. But even with those limitations in mind, what Yan represents is a massive shift in thinking. We're moving beyond just generating flat, non-interactive videos. We are stepping into an era of creating living, breathing, and maybe most importantly, editable digital worlds. And that really brings us to the final thought here. The tools to become a digital world builder are getting closer every single day. So that leaves us with just one question for you. If you had an AI director like this right at your fingertips, what's the very first world you would create?